Online education has exploded in recent years. And one of the questions we get all the time is, can you become a surgical tech online? Well, the short answer is yes, you can. And what surprises most people is that you can do the whole thing online without ever going to college. Now, today, I will spill all the beans on an online program that could be completed in as little as 4 to 6 months and cost less than $2,000. I am Landon from the OR Insider, and my goal is to help you find the fastest, most affordable path to launch your career as a surgical tech. Now, let's quickly go over the 3 key requirements you'll need to become a surgical tech. I mean, honestly, it just boils down to 3 key things. Requirement number 1, proper training. Now, this is your foundation. To work safely in an operating room, you need formal training that teaches you how everything functions inside the OR, from surgical procedures and instrument names to sterile techniques and protocols. Now look, without that base, it is almost impossible to do the job safely or confidently. The right training is what separates someone who is just curious about this field from someone who is truly ready to step into it. Requirement number 2, certification. Once you complete your training, the next step is certification. For surgical techs, that could mean taking and passing the TSC exam through the NCCT, which is a nationally recognized certifying body. Most hospitals and surgical centers prefer or even require certification because it demonstrates that your skills have been tested and validated by an independent authority. In other words, it is proof that you were ready to be trusted in the operating room. Now, the good news is that a solid training program would prepare you for both the job and the certification exam. Requirement number 3, hands-on experience. Surgical technology is a hands-on career, which means having real-world experience that could help you stand out, especially in the beginning. Now, we'll talk more about this and how to get that experience shortly, so stick around, okay? Now, let's focus on where it all begins, getting the right training. And this is where online education makes perfect sense for so many people. It is flexible, faster, and in most cases, you can learn from home without putting your job or your family life on hold. Now, that being said, here is something that most people don't realize until it is too late. Not every online surgical tech program is created equal, and choosing the wrong one could cost you valuable time, money, and career opportunities. So before you enroll in any program, here are a few red flags to watch out for. First, credibility issues. Some online programs lack proper accreditation or aren't connected to any respected institutions. In healthcare, that is a major red flag. You do not want to spend months completing a program only to realize that employers won't take your training completion certificate seriously. Second, online classes with fixed schedules. Some online programs are really just traditional classes on Zoom with fixed schedules and mandatory attendance. Now, the only thing online is your screen. All right, look, let's be honest, that defeats the whole purpose of flexible learning. Ideally, you should be able to move at your own pace and study when it fits in your life. Third, certification prep gaps. Some programs don't actually prepare you for the NCCT's TSC exam. Now, even worse, many students finish their coursework only to find out they are not even eligible to take the exam. That is why you need a program that's consistently updated and built around the latest TSC guidelines. And fourth, no path to clinical experience. Remember how hands-on experience is essential? The problem is many online programs leave students completely on their own to figure that part out. They'll teach you the theory, but offer no support when it comes to arranging externships or connecting you with real job opportunities. You need a program that not only trains you, but also helps you gain that real world experience. Now look, I know after hearing these problems, you might feel a little bit discouraged. Maybe wondering how you're supposed to find an online program that actually works. But hey, do not worry. If you are serious about getting your surgical tech certificate online and want to avoid all of these pitfalls, I have got you covered. There is an online surgical tech program that has already helped hundreds of students nationwide. Introducing Preppy's Surgical Tech Certification Program. So look, here is a quick rundown of what you get with Preppy. 100% online self-paced surgical tech training you can complete on your own schedule. A university certificate for your surgical tech training. Yep, with Preppy, you'll get a university certificate of completion without going to college. Preppy's program is aligned to help you get ready for NCCT's TSC certification. You are also eligible for externship opportunity for real-world clinical experience. Alternatively, you can take advantage of their job assistance services. And all of that for just $1,599, which is a fraction of what traditional programs cost. Look, Preppy is not just one of the leading online programs for surgical techs. It is easily the fastest, most affordable pathway to a surgical tech career. So let's pull up the 3 critical requirements I mentioned at the start of this video. With Preppy, you are getting the right surgical training, but with the flexibility and convenience busy adults need. And when you complete, you'll have a university certificate of completion. You are prepared for the career, and the curriculum is aligned to help you crush NCCT's certification exam. And they also include a pathway to obtain hands-on experience. Now look, if you ask me, they check all of the right boxes and at a fraction of the cost of traditional college programs. I will make sure to add the link for Preppy's program right down below in the description. And by the way, since you are a wonderful viewer of this channel, you can use the code ORInsider at checkout to save an additional $100 with Preppy's program. This way, you can enroll for just $1,499. Alternatively, if you want more details about the other options you have, you can also check out our in-depth video on how to become a surgical tech. That is also linked down below. Now look, before I go, here is what I want you to remember. Starting something new may feel overwhelming, but you do not have to figure it all out alone. The right surgical tech program gives you the structure and support you need to move forward with confidence. Well, I hope that today's video helped clear up some of your doubts about online surgical tech training. And hey, if it did, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps us grow the channel. And hey, if you want to learn more about launching your career as a surgical tech, subscribe and turn on those notifications so you don't miss the next one. And as always, until next time, this is Landon signing off. Take care.